Imagine this. One day the earth exhales, and somewhere deep in the Yukon, the permafrost softens. And from the thaw emerges a baby mammoth, Nanchoga. Her trunk still curled, her lashes dark, her body almost perfectly preserved, as if time itself had been holding its breath. For 35,000 years she waited, and then when it was time, now, she was among us again, cradled by the hands of the earth and a few careful others. Why now? Why her? I couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't just found, she was returned, that the earth had chosen this moment to place her in our hands, not as a specimen, but as a storyteller, as if she had crossed time to remind us of something we'd forgotten, something our bones still remember, but our minds have misplaced. I'm T. Addison Brown, and this is The Waterhole, a place where the boundaries between past and present, human and other than human, begin to dissolve like a mist over a river at dawn. In the wild, waterholes are sacred. They're where the lion drinks beside the antelope, where the old matriarch leads her herd to the same muddy banks her ancestors knew. Here, thirst is the great equalizer. Survival, the shared prayer. And in that gathering, something older than memory stirs. A knowing, a remembering. On this podcast, we'll gather at the waterhole, where the air hums with the voices of the rhinos and their ancient kin, where the water carries the whispers of the first rains, where the earth herself leans in to listen. Here, the cosmos breathe through the trees. The stones murmur their slow, patient songs, and every being, seen and unseen, has a story to tell. We'll sit with poets, scientists, and artists who've spent lifetimes learning the language of these beings. And we'll let music, indigenous songs, animal calls, the pulse of the earth herself, carry us from the Pleistocene to today's migration corridors, from the memories of matriarchs to the secrets whispered in infrasound. Because some stories aren't meant to be heard with our ears, some truths are felt like the rumble of distant thunder. Nanchoga, a baby who slept through the rise of the first cities, might just be showing us how to live now, with more wonder, more connection, more tenderness, for all the voices calling across time. The Waterhole is an 8-part limited series from Emerging World Project, a constellation of dreamers, listeners, and story catchers. So pull up a seat. The water is deep, the company is wild, and the stories are waiting, breathing, just beneath the surface. Let's listen together. Airavata, Ray's Discovery, Chapter 1, Part 2. The air changed. Ray felt it before he saw anything. A shift in pressure, in temperature, in the quality of light. The hair on his arms stood up. The endless Yukon sun seemed to brighten and dim at once, and the cold breath from the permafrost became something else, something warm. He looked up, tears still streaming down his face, and Airavata was there. The elephant stood between Ray and the sun, present in a way that made everything else seem like a dream that Ray had been sleepwalking through. White as snow, white as bone, white as the lotus flowers Ray had only ever seen in pictures. The light didn't reflect off Airavata's skin so much as emanate from within it, a luminescence that had nothing to do with the midnight sun. Ray should have been terrified, should have scrambled backwards, should have questioned his sanity, should have run. But he couldn't move. The tears kept coming, and he didn't wipe them away. He knelt there in the clay, his hand still resting on Nanchoga's fur. He stared up at the being before him. Airavata's eyes were dark and fathomless and kind, so kind it hurt. The elephant lowered his massive head until his trunk nearly touched the ground where Ray knelt. The movement was slow, deliberate, gentle, the way you might approach a frightened animal or a wounded one. "You have been carrying so much," Airavata said. The voice didn't come from outside. It rose up from the earth itself, from the space between Ray's heartbeats. It resonated in his sternum, in his spine, the hollow places inside him he'd been trying not to feel. Ray's mouth opened, but no sound came out. More tears spilled over. "So much weight," Airavata continued, and the words were tender, without judgment. "For so long, believing you must hold it all alone, believing you must be alone." Ray shook his head, denying or agreeing. He didn't know which. His chest expanded in thunderous grief to a point that he couldn't control it. "Little brother," Airavata said, and the term of endearment broke something else loose in Ray's heart. "You were never meant to carry the world by yourself. That is our work." The elephant's trunk moved through the air in a gesture, both blessing and invitation. And Ray understood somehow, not with his mind, but with something older, something he'd forgotten he possessed, that Airavata was one of 8. That there were elephants at the edges of the world, each holding up the sky, each bearing the terrible, beautiful weight of existence, so that small things like humans, mammoths, and morning glories could simply be, could live and die and matter without having to justify or earn or prove. "You think you are separate," Airavata said, "alone in your small life, digging in frozen earth for gold to buy more time to dig for more gold. You think your loneliness is yours alone. You think your sorrow is individual, personal, a flaw in you." Ray nodded. He couldn't help it. Yes, that's exactly what he thought. "But there is no separation," Airavata said, and his trunk swept out to encompass everything. The permafrost, the creek, the spruce trees clinging to the hillside, the sky that never darkened, Nanchoga curled in her death sleep, Ray himself kneeling in the mud. "You are held. You have always been held. The earth holds you. The sky holds you. We hold you. You are woven into everything that is." The words settled into Ray like stones into water, sinking deep. "She knows this," Airavata said, and Ray understood he meant Nanchoga. In her dying, she knew. The herd moved on, but she was not abandoned. The earth took her into itself. The ice preserved her, held her, And you carry such loneliness. You were meant to find her, to remember what she never forgot. Remember what? Ray's voice came out hoarse and broken. That you belong to the beloved, Airavata rumbled softly. That the beloved has never let you go. The elephant stepped closer. The ground didn't shake despite his size. He moved as if he weighed nothing, or as if the earth rose up to meet him, glad for the burden. He was so close now that Ray could feel the warmth radiating from him, smelling of sandalwood and snow. You have been trying to hold yourself up, Airavata said, again, emitting a rumble so faint. To be your own foundation, your own sky. This is why you are so tired. This is why you wake with dread. You were never meant to do this alone. Ray's face softened. He pressed his palms to his eyes, but the tears kept coming. Let go, Airavata whispered. And Ray wanted to. God, he wanted to. But he didn't know how. He'd been holding on so long to control, to self-sufficiency, to the idea that if he just worked hard enough, moved far enough north, stayed isolated enough, he could somehow outrun the emptiness. He didn't know what would happen if he let go. His hand was still resting on Nanchoga's fur, still trembling. Airavata's trunk extended slowly, gracefully, until it touched Ray's other hand, the one pressed against his wet face. The touch was warm. The elephant didn't push or pull, just rested there. Contact, connection. Feel, Airavata said simply. And Ray did. He felt the ground beneath his knees, not just dirt and clay, but earth, alive and breathing, the slow inhale and exhale of continents. He felt the permafrost wall at his back, the ancient ice holding memory, holding time itself in suspension. He felt the creek moving somewhere below, patient and persistent, carving its path. His hand on Nanchoga's fur felt something else, warmth. Ray's eyes flew open. He looked down. The fur beneath his palm was no longer stiff with ice. It was soft, supple. What? He started, but Airavata's trunk pressed gently against his hand. Feel, the elephant said. Ray froze. The word echoed in him. Feel. And suddenly he didn't know what it meant. He'd spent so long not feeling, pushing down, moving through his days on autopilot. The emptiness had been easier than whatever lay beneath it. I don't, he started. You do, Airavata said gently. You're feeling right now. Your body knows. It has never stopped knowing. Ray became aware of his hand on Nanchoga's fur. Not just the warmth, but the aliveness. The way his palm registered her breath moving beneath the skin. The slight give of flesh over bone. The texture of each hair against his calloused fingers. This is feeling, Airavata said. Sensation. The body's way of knowing the world. You have been numb to it, little brother, trying not to feel because feeling hurt too much. But your hand remembers. Ray's breath caught. His hand was trembling against Nanchoga's fur, and he realized he was feeling everything. The cold air on his wet cheeks, the ache in his knees from kneeling on clay, the tightness in his throat, the way his chest kept hitching with sobs he was trying to control. Yes, Airavata said, let it come, all of it. And something else rose up through Ray's body, not just sensation, but something deeper, something that made his eyes sting and his throat close, something that felt like breaking and healing at the same time. Love. The word appeared in his mind, and he almost rejected it. He didn't know this creature. He had just found her. How could he? But it was there, undeniable. A fierce tenderness rising up from some well he'd forgotten existed. He loved her, this small, impossible being, this baby who had died 30,000 years ago and was somehow breathing beneath his hand. He loved her with an intensity that terrified him. Yes, Airavata whispered. This too is feeling, not just sensation, emotion, the heart's way of knowing the world. You have been afraid of this most of all. Ray gave up. He had been afraid. Love for him had meant loss and vulnerability. Love had meant he could be shattered.
You are woven into everything that is. You belong to the beloved. You belong to the earth. Feel her holding you, reminding you that she has never let you go. Earth, alive and breathing, smelling of sandalwood and snow. Your body knows her love. Your body has never stopped knowing. Your body loves her. And your body loves you.
Thanks for being at the Waterhole. I'm Mark Adair Rios with Emerging World Project. If this story moves something in you, bring a friend next time. There's always room. Find us at emergingworldproject.org.